Hello. Howdy, 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 howdy. Let's slay some princesses, how are we doing? Hope everyone's alright. Hope the princess isn't alright. Hey Deathclaw, how are you doing? So we're gonna carry on from when we got to last time. Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Euclid's yelling because he's eating his dinner and I'm not there, and that makes him sad.
You're here to slay her.
So he'll probably appear shortly.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Also, apparently, my bitrate is through the floor. So we'll see if my stream makes it. Right, so I can't really remember what paths we took last time, but I feel like it doesn't let you do the same thing twice. Euclid! Euclid puppet! I don't know if you could hear him yelling on, don't know if the mic's picking it up. Definitely asked some of these before.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
I mean, I think I've tried like 3 or 4 times already, but oh, here he is. Hi, Poppet. I'm sorry, I made you eat your dinner with no company.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out. Which she will, unless you do something about it.
Evidence?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Yeah, fair point. So, I think last time we did the option of resisting going to the cabin at all. We did the option of my mind's gone completely blank. Of just going in and trying to kill her straight away. And now we're being a bit... We've done that. We did a handcuffs option.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Maybe your words are the honeyed ones.
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
Who knows?
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short
I don't think I have the option to not go in anymore because I did that.
You'll find the princess within.
So unless I'm horribly wrong, it's quite good in that it you can't accidentally.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Would be a bit tough, yeah. I mean, you don't know what powers I have, narrator dude.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I won't talk to her, I'll just continue.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Probably. Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you.
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Oh, bye, Euclid.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us?
You go into this expecting to die. You're going to die.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other? Then I'm not talking to you.
I'm gonna squint.
You stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back. The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you?
Uh-huh. Squint harder.
You squint even harder. So does she. At least nobody's dying right now. You're going to have to make a choice. You can't keep squinting forever. Eventually, someone is going to have to blink.
You're not allowed to blink while you're squinting. Is that part of the squint?
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Oh yeah. Hi. Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
Nope. Not at all. You're apparently going to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Oh, sorry.
That's cute. Do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of monster? If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Alright, we've talked enough.
Oh? Have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Let's keep her locked away. I don't think I've done that option yet.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
I'm locking him in the basement.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
No.
You'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. But it's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece.
Can you not?
I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, threaten me all you want. All it does is ease my guilty conscience.
These aren't threats. These are promises. Sooner or later, you're going to have to sleep. And I'll make sure you never see the light of day again.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall.
Why aren't we leaving the cabin? I'd leave the cabin.
You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped.
Oh no.
And the door to the basement is ajar.
Uh-oh.
Its lock broken and the table shoved out of the way.
Uh-oh.
Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You're all flickery.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
Stab it, stab it, stab.
I'd say better luck next time.
Stab, stab, stab.
But we both know this is the end.
Stab, stab, stab,
Don't
stab.
we?
Stab, stab, stab.
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Nightmare.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
What if I turn around and leave now?
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Well, worth a try, wasn't it? Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Shh! What if he hears us? That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you?
I don't think he can hear us. I think it's fine.
Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still,
Hi,
I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all.
I'm really enjoying it too. It's a good game. This is my second stream of it, so I've already got, I can't remember how many endings we got, like how many, yeah, times through. I was trying to remember earlier, we did the full-on slaying route, the full-on rescuing her route, handcuffed ourselves. I think this might be our fourth one, so now I left her locked in the dungeon. So, we'll see. What happens now?
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Not my first rodeo, my dude.
I don't think lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least, she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust
She's
anyone.
Quite tricksy. That's true. That's true. She's not a straightforward woman. But
the interior
then
of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time. It's just an empty frame. She's already got out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting.
Oh god, yeah, I
feel her eyes on us.
There's eyes. And there's eyes. There's eyes.
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Mama.
You're right. I was so stuck on the eyes watching us that I didn't even notice it there. What are you two talking about? There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the floor, and the open doorway leading to the basement. There's
he always just
definitely a
says
mirror.
the same
There
things about
isn't.
the mirror.
We have to look at it. Unless that's what he wants us to do. And pretending it isn't there is a trick to get us to do exactly what he wants.
Yeah, why would you lie about there being a mirror there when there's clearly a mirror right there? What's the point?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done?
The whole cabin's different than I remember.
Very different.
I mean, not that different. Like, the table's fallen over and there's no door and there's people peering in from outside, but we've seen more different cabins.
He changed it, didn't he? It's like he's trying to make us doubt our reality. Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died, you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Alright gang, we need to focus. Take the blade.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor.
Step.
It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Step.
Good. Steel can't lie to us. Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
Dude, for hero, you're not sounding very heroic right now.
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself.
Maybe the princess is all of our exes. Maybe that is the like moral behind the story. Is that, you know, the princess is everyone's ex. Everyone's ex is a horrible monster in a basement, and all you need to do is stab it, but you can't ever stab it because it just stabs you right back. It's just, you know, exes do be like that.
Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
Yeah, but on the other hand, voice of the paranoid, we've already died once and we were fine, so, you know, what's the harm?
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness.
Okay, this is terrifying. I would not want to walk down these steps.
More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes.
Yeah, the eyes.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Oh, I like fun.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
How hard is it to throw a knife?
It can't be that hard. But then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is even enough to do anything against something like her in the first place, it'll be enough.
Oh, I can step off into the void. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's tempting. I'm gonna do it.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes the intrusive thoughts win. What can I say? Yeah. Falling into an infinite void seemed better than going downstairs and dying. I'm just scared.
How would falling into an infinite void be better than anything?
I don't know. Worth a try, right? Everything's worth a try, my dude.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
I'd be less scared knowing that I
you
can't
find
fall
yourself
off even
between
if I
two
tried to.
loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you.
What about this do you think is reasonable, my dude?
Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
One way or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you. I'm feeling left.
You turn to the left. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are.
Oh, hello.
I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb.
You're wearing a porcelain mask.
Your arms quickly follow.
No, we're doing this
This is
again.
it, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
You don't say.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
As your blood begins to coagulate, it's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt.
Yeah, that doesn't sound ideal.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Nerves, heart, lungs. What are you doing?
Liver, nerves.
I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. It's like clapping if you believe in fairies. Everybody's together. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. I don't know why those are the things that we need. I mean, you'd think brain. I wouldn't have put liver at the top of the list of, like, organs that I desperately need to keep going in the very, very short term.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath. Heart, lungs, liver.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
Lungs.
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
I don't look ridiculous. I look amazing, thank you very much. I look better than you.
She isn't attacking us. Why?
Because it fascinates her.
The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late. Lungs, liver, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation?
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
I'm what I am.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
Toss your blade and remain with your nightmare.
Nerves, heart,
leave together.
liver,
Find you win. Run.
nerves,
I'm gonna.
lungs, liver, nerves.
Yeah, why won't you finish me off?
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to. Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. It feels like static. And then... Hey, snap out of it. Okay, deep breath. Deep breath, we're fine. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. You're back. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
One moment,
heart,
and then you're
liver,
gone.
nerves,
Just
heart,
like
lungs, liver,
that.
nerves,
Ah,
lungs,
and there's the fear.
heart, lungs, liver,
That's a
nerves,
weird shape for a
heart,
finger.
lungs. She pulls away. Heart, lungs, liver.
Why is that the
nerves,
thing
heart,
that I'm
lungs,
finding weird
liver,
about this?
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it? I've already done that.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
How about I just kill you instead?
Princess cocks her head, neck cracking uncomfortably. And you can't help but imagine a smile carve its way from ear to ear on the other side of her mask. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
Thinking about that knife, are we?
A little bit, not gonna lie.
Put that little theory to the test. See how it plays out. But I don't think you're going to like what happens.
I feel like there's no outcome from this that I'm going to enjoy.
Because even if you make me dead, you're not getting out of here. This place is mine. And I'm not giving you the stairs unless I'm leaving with you.
Let's stabby stab. Time for the
will
stabbies.
Concentrates into a single fine point, and you strike out against the princess, ignoring the constant reminders of your breaking body. Nerves, heart, lungs, liver. She doesn't even move as the blade sinks into her heart.
Yeah, that was easier than I anticipated.
We did it. We actually did it.
You actually went for it! Oh, you're going to regret this! I could be so much more terrible for you than I am now!
Lungs, liver, can she? Lungs. We've already seen how she can change. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
You're not getting those stairs back. I'll see you when you finally decide to die.
She falls to the ground, unmoving. Nerves.
Got an achievement, no exit.
Lungs. Oh. I can stop now, can't I? I can. Finally. And now that she's gone, you can let us out of here. Right? But she was the one who controlled this place, wasn't she? And now she's dead. I don't like to think what that means for us. It means that you're stuck here. Forever. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, I hate this. Time passes. Forever's gonna end. Eventually, right?
Maybe.
No, it won't. That's the whole point of forever. It doesn't end. I feel sick. It doesn't have to be forever, though. Does it? What do you mean? We still have a way out, clutched in our hands. Are you suggesting we kill ourselves? Won't we be dead? I guess that hasn't stopped us before. That's a terrible idea. You've already saved the entire world from ruin. Why would you want to die? Because right now, you don't want us to do that.
Good point.
You're right. I don't. But if we've already saved the world, then why does it matter if we die? Why do you care?
Paranoia's making a lot of sense.
I just do. I value life. Every life. Even yours. Especially yours.
Why especially?
Why? What do you mean, why? I think it's perfectly reasonable to value life. Exactly. I don't have to answer that.
Am I not a creature of biology? Won't I starve or die of dehydration before forever happens?
That's a grim thought, innit? But I suppose you're right. You are a creature of biology. Something will happen to you before forever comes along. We don't have to starve to death. You have our way out. Use it.
It's not like it matters if I die. I'll just come back again.
Again? That's unfortunate. You were only supposed to be here once. I don't like the way you said that. You knew this was a possibility, didn't you? Of course I did, though I'd rather hoped I was the first one. That explains a lot, though. Oh, you bastard, how much are you not telling us?
More law.
Plenty, but it's all in your best interest. And the world's, and mine. She's dead and we're stuck in a hell void forever. How could telling us your secrets possibly hurt anyone? It just can. Look, this world is saved, but if you start over, for all you know, you're just putting another world in danger. You barely...
Oh, sorry,
I've
I thought
already
it
said
finished.
too much, really. You won't get another word out of me on the subject.
You barely managed to land the killing blow here. What if you don't manage it next time? Tell me your secrets.
No.
Oh. How about now?
Still no.
Now?
You're not going to wear me down. Oh, we should ask him one more time. He's on the cusp of sharing his secrets. I can feel it.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not. Either way, at least needling him is something to do.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's a hobby, innit? Secret?
The narrator ignores you. You can't just describe yourself ignoring us. I can.
Secret?
The narrator continues to ignore you.
Oh, I can't ask for Are you stuck here with us, or are you capable of going other places?
I'm stuck here with you. I wish I weren't. Feelings mutual. At least we're all being honest.
I get it. You don't want us to die because you'd be lonely. How sweet.
Unlike you, I'm not capable of being lonely.
Neither am I, apparently. I've got plenty of people in my head.
Oh, sure you are. Give it some time without us, and I'm sure you'll start feeling lonely.
But I've got the best company I could ask for. You guys, what more do I need? It's how I feel about all of you watching right now.
Oh, you could do a lot better than us. Exactly. You'll be fine here. Just come up with a game or something to pass the time.
What sort of a game lasts forever?
You remove the blade from the princess's body. What exactly are you planning on doing with it?
I don't have a plan. Just, you know, if I've got it, then we have options. I'm gonna wait a bit.
More time passes. You're still here. More time passes. You're still here.
Throw the blade into the void.
No, what are you doing?
I don't know. I'm just clicking things and seeing what happens.
You tighten your grip and fling the blade as hard as you can into the void. It's gone. Now you're really stuck here forever. There's no way out now. You mean other than starving? Right, I mean other than that.
If it helps, we will die of dehydration before we starve, so yay? Question mark?
You wait, and then you wait for a little while longer. But eventually the thirst sets in, and the hunger. The darkness of this place prevents you from wholly grasping the context of passing time, but that doesn't stop it from passing. Nor does it. The only things you know for certain are that it's long.
That's of this place prevents you from wholly grasping the context of passing time, but it doesn't stop it from passing, nor does it stop your biology from unraveling. I'm getting too click happy. The only things you know for certain are that it's long and that it hurts. The vastness of your suffering can't be adequately put into words.
We really shouldn't have tossed the blade.
No, but again, intrusive thoughts. Sometimes they win.
No, you really shouldn't have. But biology and time are immutable forces, and eventually, long before forever gets the chance to come, everything goes dark, and you die. Don't muck it up next time. The princess may be slain here, but she isn't slain there.
The Wraith.
You're on a path in the wood. Shit.
Ooh,
this really doesn't end, does
cobwebby.
it? It doesn't matter if we kill her, it doesn't matter if she kills us, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. Yes, so it does. No, there has to be a way out of here. There just has to be. What if we do what she asked us to last time? What if we just let her leave? Okay, so you've already been here. More than once, even. Great. So you probably already know all about her, and all about the threat she poses to the world.
Yeah, and the fact that it doesn't matter if we kill her or not, because, yeah, just come back.
Then let me remind you how catastrophic it would be if you helped her leave in any way. If she gets out, the world ends, and everyone ends with it. Yourself included.
Nah.
Oh, threatening us with death, are we? And why should we be afraid of dying? We've already done it twice. All death has done is shunt us back to these woods, where we're forced to listen to your empty warnings again and again. This place feels a bit different though, doesn't it? I don't even know what I'd call it, but it's definitely not the same path in the woods anymore. That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading, and the world has already started to end.
She's definitely a weird one.
Her influence? I really shouldn't have said that. It'll make your task more difficult. But now it's out, you could always take that information as a sign of goodwill between us and do your job, alright?
I mean... Are you the same narrator we met in the other loops? You were quick to accept that we've been here before.
Suspiciously quick.
Yeah, suspicious.
If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no.
Yes and no.
Is that supposed to be a riddle? If it is, it's not very good. I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate.
Sure.
So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different.
Sure.
I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us.
Maybe there is.
They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
We've killed her and we've been killed by her. Neither of those things have gone well for us. If we're going to fall through this loop forever, eventually we're going to let her out. We might as well do it now.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever.
Probably does though, right?
Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't, and you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating. Everyone is manipulating us, but we're starting to see the threads now. We just have to avoid getting tangled up in them. On second thought, let's not kill him. Let's throw him someplace that never ends. I'd like to see what that does to him.
Starting to worry a little bit about you, Voice of the Cold. What happens if we don't go to the cabin? That's another option.
Then she finds a way out on her own. So, standing around out here is the same as us letting her out. Only we don't have to see her. That's got to be better, right? No, it's strictly worse.
Why?
And why is that? Because it's cowardly, for starters, and because the unknown is always worse than the known. But really, all you're doing right now is weighing two considerably bad options. The only solution worth considering is slaying her, and whatever delusion is holding you back from doing that is just that, a delusion. If you already managed to end her in some other world, the only reason you'd be here is that you somehow managed to do it wrong.
How do you kill someone
down the path
wrong?
Towards the cabin.
I mean, assuming they die.
It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. I don't like any of our options here. It feels like we're being driven down the tracks to some awful inevitability. There must be something we're missing. Something that would make everything make sense.
I mean, you'd think.
Maybe letting her out really is the answer. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care.
I think you care.
It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
Are you trying to use reverse psychology on me, or have you just given up?
There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue. Would you look at that? We won.
Yay!
Take it however you will.
Gonna go tell the princess.
The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... that's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Of course there isn't a mirror. There wasn't one last time either, so why would it be there this time? I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Let's pretend there is a mirror at the end of the hallway, and that right now we can't see behind it. What's there? What's behind it?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. Are you saying there isn't a door? Are you saying that at the end of the hallway there's just an opening again? He didn't say door, did he? No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening. It's just like last time, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Only instead of a visible empty void, there's an invisible one. For all we know, she could be standing right there behind the mirror. For all we know, she's going to jump out at us, and there's nothing we can do to stop her.
Yeah, that might be a thing that happens.
Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you. Certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement. You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. Oh, do we? Do we feel like we're being watched? I hadn't noticed. At least you're admitting to it now. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there. I hate that I know what's about to happen. Knowing makes it so much worse. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Oh, that was a close one. All that stress and lead up for nothing.
Helplessly staring into the void. I'm glad I made a lasting impression.
Shit. Where is she?
Where is she?
You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then it, she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap.
Ow, my bones!
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
You killed me last time.
I did, yeah.
And that was after you tried to lock me away forever.
Yep.
I was so close to freedom. But then you took my body away from me. So now, I'm going to take yours, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
Okay, maybe letting her in isn't the best idea. She clearly hates us.
Yeah, I'm getting that vibe from her.
And what's your point? I thought you wanted to get out of here. This is a way out, and it's different. We might as well take it.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, but not like this. She's going to make it hurt. Then turn off the part of you that feels things. Oh, like it's that easy? It is. Pain is just another sensation. If you can tolerate joy, you can tolerate pain. Except that pain hurts. Yes, that's what it does. That's the definition. Do we need to explain to you why pain is bad? You need to explain to yourself why it isn't.
Yeah. Look, we're even now. You killed me, and then I killed you. Water under the bridge, right?
I think you forgot something. Like the part where all this started when you left me to languish in a pit all by myself. Now I've become something so much worse. And it's all thanks to you.
Oh, that's nice of you to say that.
If I were you, I would just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. There's no going back to fix it now. You can either look on in horror or celebrate my freedom. But either way, you're about to become a passenger.
Wouldn't possessing me against my will make you no better than me? You don't have to be evil, you don't have to be evil. You need to stop everybody. Can't I just open the door? I'm a victim in all this too, you know.
And sometimes victims become the same as their victimizers. Just because someone hurt you doesn't mean you get a free pass.
I mean, that's true.
Funny how she says that like it's a bad thing when it's exactly what she's doing right now.
Okay, but she didn't say she wasn't doing it, so...
Something tells me pointing out the irony wouldn't do much to help us.
Yeah.
You should be grateful that I still have a use for you. Being mine is more than you deserve, really.
Is it?
Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too.
Well, there wasn't one in the place, so I couldn't have a weapon.
Okay, deep breath. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine.
Yeah, everything's fine. What wouldn't be fine about this?
Is it? Is there any conceivable way that this is fine?
No.
Yeah, I'm right. This is fine. It's better than last time. At least our organs aren't failing. At least I can actually talk. It is fine. Everything is always fine. These consequences have no real impact on us outside of momentary discomfort. I'm sure we'll be moving on again soon enough. Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
Ow, my soul!
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong.
Didn't you, like, break my leg?
It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. It's rather rude to show up in somebody else's body and boss it around like this.
It's a little bit, yeah. Okay, yeah, you've got a point there as well. That is quite rude of me, and I apologise.
We were going to let you out of here. That's the whole reason we marched all the way back up to the cabin. Were we? I was.
I know you were, but you were only doing it for the wrong reasons.
And what reasons are those supposed to be? Nobody should be able to be judge, jury, and executioner.
Weren't you all of those things for me? I can grasp the shape of everything you think and feel. You think you were numb, but you are hopeless and paranoid. You are afraid of me. And I don't feel regret, even in the recesses of your soul. There is not a drop of sympathy to be found.
We weren't always like this. I've always been like this.
Yeah, but you're a bit weird, aren't you?
All I'm doing is reading what you've sown.
We don't have to let her out. I've been storing up a little bit of will since she forced her way in here. Take it and throw us all into the basement. It's better than giving her what she wants.
True.
You wouldn't dare. Move now.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
Abyss.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
I won't let you do this.
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter.
Yeah!
We're putting in everything we have. You're not. You're thinking too much about how she's hurting us. You're thinking too much about your body. It's just a body.
Yes, it's just a body now, but I can do so many terrible things to you.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Next one we all go. 1, 2, 3. You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
Why do you think?
Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall and fall. We did it! We actually did it! Yes, we've really shown them all, haven't we? I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now?
Oh, is this... This is... Okay.
I want to know what he thinks happens now. Why? What do you know that you're not telling us?
You laugh. Go on. It's just you and you and you and me. Idiot.
Oh, hello. Terminal velocity ceases and you feel something, a mass, a growth, torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment.
What's happening to me?
Oh, yeah. But you don't answer her before she's gone and you feel a resistance under your feet once more. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Because of that lady that collects them. It's going to be okay, just trust me. We've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
I mean, it is, yeah.
It's calling us. And not in a good way. You don't need to comfort them.
It's the end for you, but not for me.
I would have kept them in the dark if I knew. What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. Can't even trust ourselves.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forwards. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The remains you've unravelled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Do you think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are frail and impermanent. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Do you think anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something, but nothing cannot exist on its own, and because of that, nothing can't exist.
Right, I'm going to ask all these things, but Twitch is going to run some ads, so I will take a quick break while that's going on, and I will see you on the other side. Aha. That'll do.
The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice.
Hooray! I'm useful!
That's so perfect.
So yeah, it has like a certain age on it, and it depends on if you're running or not, so... It's usually say... Ah! Are you okay? Yeah. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah, we're fine.
Guys. Hi, FM. That was quite dramatic.
Worry not.
I was not expecting him to explode when I stabbed him. Is he the one I killed already? I killed the immortal one. Turns out he wasn't as immortal as he thought. Because she doesn't seem like she was particularly with it. Ah, that made me jump.
God, I am such an idiot.
Yep.
To think that someone like me could ever compete with you in all your sublime beauty, everlasting, immortal.
What's the next line? You're a sweets catch, a delicious entree. What's the next line gonna be? Hello, I'm back. Right, let's just work our way through all of these to find out what I just got to say. Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
I wasn't gonna. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
No. The point of awakening is to find out.
I guess. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No. Their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Maybe. He does. And when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough.
Ooh.
And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
It's not helpful. It's like when you say to someone, what do you want for Christmas? And they go, oh, you know, anything. You're like, well, not helpful. If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
There's no waiting forever. Okay, let's go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
A princess is dead? Oh. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path. You're here.
Yep. Yeah.
You make your way up.
Yep. I don't know what else.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer. The blade is your implement.
I don't know if we freed her. Did I free her? I can't remember.
You take the blade. The door to the base, her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds. Don't let it fool. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs. She's so coldly beautiful.
Hey Blair, how you doing?
Is she really a threat to the world?
I thought I needed a nicer layout for when I can't face cam. I am slaying for fun and profit. I mean, I'm hoping there'll be some profit. Like, they've got to give you something when you stab a princess, right? There's normally a reward for doing heroic things.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you
I don't know what to do
this
run. We've just done a run where we locked her in the basement. Don't know what to do this time. What? No way. Why would you even think that?
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
Maybe I'm about to eat my dinner.
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it.
You drop it.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Alright.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment,
I don't think I've talked
you
to her
step
and then
forward to
killed
speak
her.
with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
I mean, I've already asked all these things. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that?
Don't just tell her that.
Sauce cumbers.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information secret from me.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
What if they're bad reasons, though? If they had good reasons for thinking I was dangerous, wouldn't they have shared them with you?
I mean,
I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want to leave. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you, either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Alright, we've talked enough.
Oh? Have you decided what to do with me?
I don't know.
You know why you're here.
That's my foot. Hey, bud. Is you slay?
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle. She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow. We shouldn't have hesitated. But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones.
Ow, my bones!
Making sure you stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat, with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess.
Probably the chain.
As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it?
I mean, it's an end.
I'm afraid it is.
Yeah.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yeah. The tower.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yeah, right.
A warning. She will lie. Might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
Hi, the F-Gems! You're back! I noticed.
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
No problem. Thank you for being back.
I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Alright.
If that's what you want, I guess I'd...
Oh. I keep clicking too soon.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest.
This is nice.
The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
It's lucky there's a ladder.
Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
Oh, because we got completely dominated by her, so now we're all like, ew, I'm small and pathetic.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Ooh.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. Huh. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Have you done all the, like, different ways you can slay the princess, Villa?
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time.
Oh, you know most of them. Alright.
We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
Some of them you've seen but you don't know how to get to.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
I hope we don't have to climb up the stairs again. I hope we die down here in the basement and we don't have to climb up the stairs again, because if climbing down is that hard, climbing up is going to be a nightmare.
The princess towers over you,
almost
hello. Glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
So it do.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You've brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
No.
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp. It clatters uselessly to the floor. But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Neil.
No, my name's not Neil. No.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said Neil.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
It's so good.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs.
Yeah, that was a fun memory we had, wasn't it?
I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It does, but why did she say the last time we met? That's not right, that can't be right.
Oh yeah, about that.
She's right. We've been here before, and we've died here before. Pitifully. We might as well do what she asks of us and help her. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it? He's being melodramatic, but the point stands. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? Well, I'll be damned. That's not good. Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. And if you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
But how can we stab big, huge princess lady with a tiny little dagger when she tells us to kneel and we have to kneel? We don't have a choice. How can we do? Yeah. You can be whatever you want to be. Girl power. Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you have to. You can be whatever you want to be.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
What happened to you after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There is an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
What would you have me do? What do you have planned?
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
If you're so powerful, can't you just break the chains yourself?
Don't be rude. Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity.
Oh, she wants a song. You're a nice big princess lady. You're a lot bigger than the last time I saw you. You're gonna destroy the entire world, and then there'll be a Genesis. I don't know what you're planning. How's that?
The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world.
Okay, you're a really big, tall princess lady, and I'm gonna break your chains, 'cause I'm so struck by your glory that I have to deliver you into the world. Is that a better song?
And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn.
Yeah, because of my song.
Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
I mean, she's not wrong. Alright.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
Nope. I just have the intrusive thoughts.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say.
Is that what this really is? Is this the test all gays have to take? They have to play Slay the Princess and then they find out.
No, you can't just give in to her, not when the stakes are so high, not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
But I sang a nice song for her.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong, trying to conceal you from me.
Well, fair enough. I guess that's me then, Villa. Good. I'll look forward to that.
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I
don't care what you are. You're mine.
You alright, narrator?
Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Uh-oh.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? All we have is a blade. All you need to do is believe it's been done.
Oh. What if I don't believe? What happens then?
You poor, wretched little thing. You already do believe. You've always believed. All you have to do is open the last door to your heart.
Okay.
It's easy. And once you let her in, you'll be safe and free forever.
Look, we did forever in the last one, and it didn't go too well, and it didn't last very long because we died of thirst.
Please don't do this.
I have to. It's over. I'm sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry about. This is how it was always going to be. And it is good. Alright, I'm done with this. I'm just going to go sit in the corner. Let me know if we get our agency back.
I believe.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
What happens now?
Nothing. And then, everything.
It's quite a shift. Could we just have, like, instead of nothing and then everything, could we have half the things and then half the things? I got an achievement, so I have no regrets. I'm all about the sweet, sweet Cubos. But you did not take her hand, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Look, you go back to your corner. You were happy there.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Reasons. Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Yeah, it will do.
This is what we all deserve, isn't it?
Probably. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in the shadow, just beyond the reflection. only me.
I think you know what I am.
You're a burb. Oh, I'm a burb. Yeah, she called me a little burb. Oh. Crack slides down the centre of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator? I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Quite a few. So many questions. I'm guessing I can't ask them all. I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions?
We've already crossed the point of no return.
Yeah.
There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you.
Okay.
I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Others like you. You've said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that?
It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain.
Oh, I feel a bit less guilty then. So many. So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, denied it was even a possibility. Why did you lie to me?
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial.
Maybe.
I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really?
And where?
Except for me, I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
People out there beyond the walls of the construct, did they know about this? Did they know what you want me to do to them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
What is my true identity?
You're the Long Quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Oh, I'm a god!
Soon I'll be gone
That's
entirely,
cool.
and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
Don't think that would work, though. I don't think that's good. Yeah, a god. I always knew I was special.
Yes, you are special. Unique, even. And you still have a task that you need to do.
I'm a
and
special
only
and
you
unique
can
little
do it.
snowflake. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I have to see what she thinks about all of this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Bye-bye. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with a newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. No. I can't remember what order I did them in. Does that matter? Bring the tower to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. I think the first one I got was not going in the cabin. I think.
I can finally see you. And you can finally see me.
Or no, the first one I got was just going in and stabbing her, I think. Like just doing exactly what I'm told. I think.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Who are you? What? Do you know about the Echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Yeah, hands aren't easy.
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the Echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
So many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is all this falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions, and I need answers before I can make a choice.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach.
I could try.
And you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Oh, I made her angry.
You become nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. You are terrified of a power so far beyond you that it strips the meaning from your every action. But at the feet of that power, the dark parts of you cannot help but burn away. Your inadequacy is reduced to cinders by the blazing light of the divine. When I proclaimed my godhood and presented you with a place by my side in my new creation, you gladly took it. Without me, there is no future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into consciousness.
You were consumed by your own ego.
And through your lack of one, you too were consumed. Yet together, we were able to create something beautiful.
Flesh is the vehicle, and to destroy the flesh is to strand the spirit. With violence you stranded me, and with violence I sought to twist your flesh back into mine. Forced between choosing your death and forfeiting your body, you chose agency. But agency requires action, and action requires an endless tapestry of events. In your final moments would you remove action itself from reality?
I don't know what you're saying. You didn't give me much choice.
And yet still you chose. To be capable of change is to be capable of choice.
No.
To question everything is to deny the proof of reality that lies in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. In believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. But even then, you remembered the impermanence of the material and watched as the walls of your prison decayed into nothing. To be impermanent is not to end, but to change. And for the world to be impermanent is to make finite the suffering of all things.
Yeah, because she represents, like, she contains death. Yeah. But, like, without... Yeah, but without death and suffering and whatever, there's no... Like... Pussycat? There's like... Yeah, there is no change, is there? It'd just be status quo forever.
Would you strip that gift away and leave them all to suffer in their permanence?
I mean, I think I've already decided I'm not going to kill her. But I just want to hear what, like, the whole thing. That would be torture.
It would. Our purpose is to be and to experience, and their purpose is the same. To be permanent is to cease. To be paused is to be trapped. Our masses mob you. There is no beginning to them, nor is there an end. There is only the flood of bodies. And every moment you hold every possible sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. And in the end, you returned it to me. For a brief moment, you were everything. A chaos that needed ordering. But without chaos, there is no reason.
You seemed in pain. I'm sorry for what I did to you, but it was the only thing I could do.
I saw with a single pair of eyes what I needed dozens to comprehend. And now here we are, each with millions of eyes, and all of them opening to what we are.
You know, it reminds me of the auditors in the Discworld books trying to make everything orderly and conform, and humans being chaotic and not conforming. So the auditors hate humanity and individuality and all that stuff.
A boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it.
Oh yeah, this was the first one, I think. Knife Lady.
On it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive and dead and alive and dead all at once.
Yeah.
You learn to put yourself away and to follow the flow of reality. And you used it to rise above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. Unjust impossibilities pushed you to become something you would never have been without them.
Even if the journey was agony, the end gave the struggle meaning.
And even then, what we saw was not an ending. When I thought I had reached an unconquerable peak, you showed me how much further I could still climb.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
I'm not gonna... I'm not gonna slay the princess. Okay, I'm ready to go, but how do we leave?
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it. But it does not yield.
I love you.
Aw, take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. Oh, you're so beautiful. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality, something that simply is. It's growing. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Let's go! You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist, and you are aware, just as you always have been, and just as you always will be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Yeah! But how many endings and stuff are there? And how many achievements are there? I've only unlocked 20% of the achievements. I've got 20... Oh! Just got another one. Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can... Ah! So that's what I did, essentially. Ooh. Right. So I've done 20 achievements out of... Oh. So many. So what else could I do then?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh no, you missed the ending! Oh, you'll have to watch the VOD. You're on a 5-stream streak. That's a lot of streams, dude. Yeah, I want to try and get some new... I want to try and get more achievements.
You're here to slay her. If you...
Right. So I did the turn around and leave thing, but I haven't turned around and left and then gone back. Trying to think what other options there are.
Seriously? You're just...
Okay, fine, you're persistent. I'll go to the cabin and slay the princess. Ugh.
Thank you. The whole world owes you a debt of gratitude. Really. You make your way up the short warning.
Yeah.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. We're not going to go through with this. Ignore him. The interior of the blade.
I'm gonna enter the basement without the blade.
The door to the basement creaks up. Her voice.
Hello?
Don't let it fool you. Good.
Let's continue.
You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the... She's beautiful. I am begging you to...
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Dunno. Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Where have you been pooping?
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
I don't think I've done this. I don't think I've sat down and had a conversation with her without having brought the dagger down here.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird.
Little bit.
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter.
Oh no, I made it angry.
It's not like you'd believe me.
Can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
I'm just doing it for the achievements, bro.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Pull!
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
If there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Maybe.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Maybe.
You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
I don't know.
Is someone else here? You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
A little bit.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Time for break then, I guess. I'll see you in a few minutes. Aha. I need to do this more often. This searching thing. I always forget I can do it. Remind me I can do it, people. Will encumber me? No. Don't like that. I've got too much courage. It's only DC 2. No. No! No!
You feel yourself repulsed as the doors of his mind slam shut.
No, where are you? Yeah, the wagon was destroyed because the horses just walked straight into the water when I wasn't pointing that way at all. I promise.
I'm out! Oh God, I'm out! Oh, you there! Please help me! Hey, back up! Hey, back! Yes, that's it!
Point him in that direction. It's Sam.
My dog's dead.
So here's what we're gonna do. Can someone give me? Can I borrow your radio, Lila?
Yes, sir.
Ow! I made a mistake.
Rampage! Rampage! Okay.
When Sasaki is trying not to murder me, go guide me toward Mad Body.
Right.
I'm faster than you silly Billy. Ow. Ow. This isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work.
What happens? Oh, there's an obstacle. Hello, hello, hello.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
My instinct is to save her, so I'm going to go against that and slay her. Because I wouldn't have done that before, maybe?
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally.
That's not her back. But sure.
The wound drives her to the ground. Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
Look, I just want the achievements.
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
I got no other choice.
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Give up.
Are you serious? As what's left of your blood pools around you on the cobblestone floor, the blade falls from your trembling hands and clatters uselessly against the ground. I suppose you simply lacked the will to finish the job. The princess, wounded but still alive, nervously jumps at the blade and kicks it far away from you before retreating into a dark corner of the room. Her shining eyes watch you from the darkness, unblinking and curious as you bleed out.
I don't think I've done this one before.
We can only hope the wounds you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, they'll kill her before she can reach the outside world.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
This is the end, isn't it? Before you can answer, everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, I died. The beast.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here.
Yeah. Okay.
A warning. She will... There's a cat. I don't see why that matters. Eliza, she could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously. Maybe.
Maybe.
The interior of the cabin is... The blade is... No steel claw. Do you think we... I guess we'll just have to trust that we made the right call. It'll still be here if we need it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes.
Holes?
The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere. You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess.
She didn't look like a princess.
She's certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Yeah, she's clinking. We're fine.
We're not. Move.
Where?
Anywhere. There's a shift in the humid air, and something enormous, the princess, lunges from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce and full of hunger. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured. I guess that's it then, isn't it? Unfortunately for you, no, this isn't it. You are in a dark and caustic place.
I'm in her tummy!
Thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time. The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her.
Blech.
Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something. We don't have steel, but we have tooth and claw. Tear through her before we are her.
Can you talk to the cabin?
I understand it, and it understands me. Talking is for those who don't know how to listen.
You could have asked me before swallowing me alive.
I acted on my will, fledgling, and you acted on yours. The strong triumph, and the weak submit or perish.
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slop from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
The cage is still locked.
I don't think we can talk our way out of this. We are drowning in death. There's no more space for words.
Go.
Like the cornered animal you are, you tear against the thick membranes of her stomach with every part of you that can be made sharp. Nails, claws, teeth, hands, feet.
I can feel you tearing through me, but are you swift enough for it to matter?
She doesn't seem to be bothered by it, does she?
The pulling returns to banging as the princess desperately throws everything at the cabin door. Your flesh screams as your reddened, spongy body is hit with fresh waves of blistering acid.
You can't hold me forever.
More.
Again you tear, heart pumping with adrenaline, your ulcerating hands a blur of feverish motion fueled by the desperation to fight against being reduced to lifeless molecules and meat. But will can never truly exceed the limits of the flesh. Your vision finally begins to blur, your eyes clouding over as they melt in their sockets.
Oh no, my eyes melted.
What little air remains in this rancid stew of flesh and slippery organs is finally too foul to breathe, and your lungs mercifully give out before you have to suffer another burning, liquefying moment. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The wild. Ooh, this is cool.
Are a path in the woods. We have no beginning,
really cool.
And we have no end, but something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge. His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that? That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
Yeah, about that.
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped. He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do? Can she hear us if we talk?
I can hear everything, little one. But you don't have to be afraid of me. There's no place where you end and I begin. Nothing can hurt you here. Not anymore.
That's just because she devoured us and we dissolved away. We don't even exist as a body anymore. We're still here, though. And if we're safe, isn't that better? She ate you, and now you're convinced that you're stuck together. What a mess.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
I guess that's it then. This is us now. We're the woods. Okay.
This thing watching us, what is he?
I'm not watching you, I'm trying to help you. That's not an answer to our question.
I don't know what he is. I only know that he is something other, and that he wishes for you and I to tear ourselves apart.
I do want that, but only because it's in your best interests. It's in everyone's best interests. You won't be able to slay her unless you remove yourself from her.
He wants us to kill each other.
Seems that way, yeah. Oh, hey, Kit Kat. How are you doing? I finished my first playthrough, Slay the Princess, a little bit earlier, so now we're starting again. I want all the achievements. I like it.
I don't. I want you to kill her. Don't be charmed by her faux solidarity. You're not in this together. She's the only one who poses a threat to the world, and she's trying to make you go along with it. You don't have to enable her, especially when you have what it takes to stop her.
Why are you being nice to me? Aren't you a monster? Didn't you eat me?
We can't go back to that.
Oops.
We can't go back to the fear and the hunger and the pain. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
I can feel a thumping, a heartbeat, like a distant terror that keeps getting louder the more we pay attention.
Please, stop. If you let it in, we'll fall apart.
Don't look at it!
Are you alright, Princess? Look at it.
Please, don't make us remember how I was.
And just like that, you start to fall apart.
Okay.
I can remember it now. I didn't like being eaten.
No, I didn't like it much either.
I'd forgotten how much it burned. And the air was so hard to breathe. She didn't care. She didn't care at all. As you remember the terror and pain you felt at the hands of the princess, you start to remember something else, too. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body, and you can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be. I don't like this. It's better for us to be the woods. I don't want to go back.
No! I devoured you! I won! I put things back the way they were supposed to be!
Some divisions, when sown, can never truly be mended. A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were.
Ooh! Ah.
A cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole.
Oh, maybe not yet. I don't know.
And then you find yourself, blade in hand, exactly where you need to be.
Okay, that's a little bit weird.
At the centre of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
I feel empty.
I don't know, should I?
Don't you?
I mean, I just want achievements, I guess, so whatever.
We're just like her, and she's just like us. We never should have left her. I feel safe. She isn't dangerous anymore. We could leave her. We could both live. Do we have to do this? You have to. You know you have to. You raise the blade, taking aim at her heart, and then you strike.
I'm sorry.
Oh. You never see her die. Something's taken her away and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone? Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Maybe.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Narrator's gone.
It is. Does that mean the world ended?
Probably.
It hasn't ended. We're still here. Figures the world would end and leave us with all this nothing. I'm begging you, don't do this.
Ignore him.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. That thing reeks of death. I don't want to look at us.
Honk. So that's the same.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
I mean, this isn't the prettiest gift I've ever given you. What happens if I attack the entity? I've never done that. You will cut across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Destroy my body. You raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Oh. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Alright. So, what now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Okay.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Yeah, another new achievement. Bring the wounded wilds to her.
You're on a path. You're here to slay her. If you don't...
a way that I can skip... text I've already seen? No? Right.
You make your way up the shore.
Yeah, so I think if I hit skip, it just skips stuff that we've already heard.
The interior of the cabin is almost... The blade is your imp...
What happens if I just do the same thing?
The door to the basement... Good. You're still listening to
Okay. Oh. I don't see what that...
You're only making this more difficult.
Maybe there's some way to break the...
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
To do exactly what I did last time.
Without hesitation,
See what happens.
You bring the blade down and... Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well.
Ah, I can't give in this time. Interesting. So it doesn't let you do exactly the same thing again. Okay.
The princess is still chained to the wall. There's nothing she can do to stop you from getting out of here.
I mean, the door was locked, though.
What if she doesn't succumb to her wounds? Whatever she is so much more dangerous than I thought she'd be. You rush up the stairs and dive past the threshold.
Door's open.
You're safe. For now.
Nice.
You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held... Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier. You settle in against the... It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make...
Bang on the door all you want, it'll only make you bleed out faster.
Do you think a couple of cuts is enough to do me in? I'm not as frail as you think.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt
so there's
awake in the
multiple
middle
ways
of the
of
night
getting to the same
in the
path
cabin.
then.
The ruckus has stopped, and the... This is good. I was worried you might fall for his shit again, but this is good. Whatever answers there are to be found, they aren't here, and they definitely aren't there. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Nope, but I'm going.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continued.
Turn around again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like...
What's going on? Where are we?
Ooh.
It's finally happened, hasn't it? We finally cracked.
What's that face for, Villa? The world around you is unwound. It's a physical matter of place by touching nothing. You find yourself in a long quiet again, then it returns. Distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. Oh, just your regular face, alright. I thought you were a pink dinosaur most of the time. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Confusion. Why are you here? I am unfinished. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. It's useless to us if it doesn't bring more gifts. See, that's your regular face. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. You're not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There is only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation. Ooh! Return to your destined path or face the consequences.
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay. Let's go. Hi, Euclid.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. The interior of the cabin.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. The door to the basement creaks. Good. You're still listening to reason. You step forward, your grip on... You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over.
She's a strange one.
She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Yeah, she's dead.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Let's go.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only
A world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Oh, okay.
I'm so glad you're keeping an open mind. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Huh? Of course we are. I like it here.
Really? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here.
Why?
The little
I'm
voices,
happy.
please, fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Yay!
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Hi, Nay! Hi, Raiders! So many wiggling naysays. So many wiggling naysays. How is everybody? For anybody who doesn't know... Oh! Thank you so much for the follow. For anybody who doesn't know, my name's Suzaki. I'm a variety streamer. I play all sorts of things. Currently playing Slay the Princess. I finished my...
Big falls, verlo bigo bigo. Nundo, bitumawana triple triple. Kono, lungos en mi fiat, verlo piag.
Thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you. Anyway, what do I don't know what's going on anymore. What was I saying? Yes, we're playing Slay the Princess. I just finished. Thank you for the follows, guys. I just finished my first playthrough. Now I'm just trying to get achievements by doing different things. So many follows. Thank you, guys. If anyone wants to stay, they're welcome. If you need to leave, for whatever reason, that is fine. Nay, if you need to go and do any post-stream self-care, that is absolutely fine. I understand. Raiding and running is perfectly acceptable. How did your stream go? What were you playing? Oh, is that what you were doing? Spooky VR chat? So many wiggling noses. You can't see me wiggling, but I'm doing it. Right. Has the chaos calmed down now? I think so. But didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
You had some trouble today. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Nay. Feel free to message me in the Discord if you need to, if you want to vent or anything. You can always private message me on Discord if you need someone to talk to. If you don't need someone to talk to, or you don't want to talk to me, that's also absolutely fine. Hope you're feeling better soon. And thank you very much for the raid. Oh, and this fits. Maybe I'm not happy. And I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here, though you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Wouldn't using the blade kill us? Wouldn't we be dead?
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore?
But
this place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work.
Oh, well, now I've only got one hand.
That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
You better be right about this. I'd be pretty upset if we did die.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want.
Deal.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate. Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
Yeah, I mean, there's worse places to be sitting in for eternity. I'd like a few books, though, I think. I mean, I feel like the idea of a cabin in the woods. Okay, Villa. We're learning more about you than we need to, I think. The idea of a cabin in the woods is good, but I would also want a proper house.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
What? I didn't click anything.
The end. Nice knowing you.
The Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin, you're here to slay.
Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? If he doesn't remember what happened, that's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. Well, if for whatever reason you're
okay. Go to the cabin.
A warning.
Yeah.
Before you go in, she won't be.
Why is the skipple greyed out now?
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odour of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time.
Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Okay.
You take the blade from the table. The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here, naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure.
What about the amenities this time, villain?
I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Slightly less pleasant.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
It'd have to be... What? What about the head?
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you,
She's all Jack
followed by a
Skellington.
mischievous skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost! Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying.
It's a
What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
This is weird.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Sure?
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
Stab.
You're adorable when you're confused.
But I didn't say you could touch me.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, consent's important when you're murdering princesses.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
Slay the princess harder. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different?
You don't look dead, Killer.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are.
I'm just me.
I've tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here. I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here. But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride.
You want to ride me?
After all, you owe me.
How do I owe you?
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
Interesting.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
But there might be an achievement. This would just be temporary, right? You'd leave once we're out of the cabin?
If I'm able to. But for all we know, that's not how it works. Maybe I'll wind up stuck with you for a long time.
Don't much like the sound of that. It's crowded enough in here as is. It could be the best way to trap her for good. Doesn't seem like it would be very easy to end the world from inside someone else's body. That is a very dangerous train of thought.
It's quite dangerous, yeah. Okay, yep. Sounds great. Do it.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
Stare into my soul.
Thanks for the body, killer.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
Do I believe in ghosts? No. But...
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A
No, I don't.
chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest,
I
a freezing numbness
that
flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul.
So, like, if someone showed me convincing scientific proof of ghosts, then sure, believe in them. If someone showed me convincing scientific proof of, like, psychics, then sure. But until then, no, I don't. But paradoxically, I'm quite scared of ghosts. I don't believe in them, but they're scary.
I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
Do you believe in ghosts, Villa?
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Get up. You've still got a job to do.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
So, it doesn't work like that for you?
Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor, are they also supposed to be you?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass, I'm...
Yeah? Go on. Finish the thought. What are you?
I'm... a voice? I'm me, is what I am.
Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
Do you have to deal with this annoying bickering all the time?
Yeah.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too.
I'm clearly the same thing you are.
Hopefully they'll all go away once we leave this place. I don't know how you can tolerate all of this noise.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
More pompous.
So you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
It is quite rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen.
Obviously she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
Oh, shut up.
Look, I'm doing it for the
Stop trying to
achievements
manipulate
narrator. Come on.
everyone.
It's all good.
Or don't, actually. It doesn't really matter. Because you won't be around to do this for much longer.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
I can't think straight. There's too much noise.
Then don't think. Just move.
One way or another, this is all going to end.
One way.
Wouldn't it be
another,
nice if he ends with it?
I'm gonna get you.
I guess we'll just have to see what happens when we leave. But if I'm stuck in here, I'll be making some renovations. It's too crowded.
Okay. Let's go.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
Oh, have I done a bad villa?
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world?
It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world.
Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world.
You'd think.
I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world?
Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door.
For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
It's because he can't stop me. Why do you think he sent you here?
I hate to admit it, but she's not wrong. It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate.
And whine.
This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
But I don't.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
Finally! Finally!
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
Let's go.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it?
Nope.
The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see... yes?
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
Oh, the world ended, did it? He was right.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose.
But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world?
We're still here.
Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore?
Oh, do you live in the world,
Are we in some
Villa?
world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
I mean, you don't live in the world anymore, Villa. It's ended.
All
I don't know
right.
what to tell you.
Let's see if I'm stuck with you forever.
Ooh. Another achievement. You feel lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you.
Guess not. All's well that ends well, right? You lived up to your end of the bargain, so I'll live up to mine. Thanks.
Don't mention it.
See ya.
I think this is where I'm meant to be.
Yeah.
She's gone. And is that a...
I would have kept them in the dark if I were you.
Ads want to run, and I've snoozed them for as long as I can. I'm hoping we can get to a nice place for a break.
When I found you in the long quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me wither? But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to wait until I am complete.
Maybe I do wish to obliterate you.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Okay.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
And it's ad time, so we'll have a break. I'll see you in a few minutes.
What we're going to want to do is we're going to want to split the weight evenly between us and just separate, so that way if it gets one of us,
very sad that I'm dead.
we're not totally at a loss, you know?
Oh.
So, uh-oh. Hurry, Lilith.
I just saw Lilith just fly across the background. He's got a knife. I mean, I need you. Get in here. He just murdered me dead. It's only DC 2. No. No. No.
You feel yourself repulsed as the doors of his mind slam shut.
Point him in that direction. It's Sam.
Mad Dog's dead.
So here's what we're gonna do. Can someone give me? Can I borrow your radio, Lila?
Yes, sir.
Ow! Ow! Oh, I made a mistake.
Rampage! Rampage! Okay.
Sasaki is trying not to murder me. Go guide me toward Mad Body.
Right.
I'm faster than you silly Billy. Ow. Ow. This isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work.
What happens? Oh, I remember this place. Yeah. Things went down here. Least said about that. Woo! Don't, oh, don't, no. Oh. Am I wedged? God damn it! I didn't do any of it. Do not worry, Miss Turpentine. Oh. God damn it! Hello. Right. Next run. What should we do?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the... Seriously? You're just going to turn...
Okay, let's go slay the princess.
I guess we will. You make your way up the short path to the interior of the cabin is almost entire.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
I'll enter the basement. Maybe we'll free her this time.
The door to the basement...
Hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You step forward. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Oh? Have you decided what to do?
You know why...
Let's get you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess up...
Yeah, let's go find
I'll
a
be
key.
Here.
You attempt to make someone else hit. You make your way easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. The knife.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
See, I still feel like I would have cut this side of it rather than this side of it. But
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it.
She didn't so much as utter a sound.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Oh yeah, I did this. This is what I did before, and I warned her. So I could just slay the princess.
You bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. Okay. There's no going back now. Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so much as flinches, turning around to stare at you incredulously.
I mean, we chopped her arm off and she didn't care, so I don't know why we thought stabbing her in the back would do much.
Are you serious? I don't know what came over you, but if we're doing this, I guess I'll have to kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that? I can beat you to death with one. But I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
She's not a ghost anymore. Give up.
As the blade falls from your trembling hands, the princess rears back, readying a bone-shattering haymaker. You fall to your knees, barely able to process the ringing in your ears before she hits you again.
Ow, my ears.
Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you. If we're lucky, the wound you manage to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she gets out.
Oh, too weak to even try fighting back. How disappointing.
Sorry.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground. Her knee falls to your throat.
Oh, so then we're back in this again.
Crushed beneath a... It can't just end. I'm sorry. Everything goes dark.
Okay.
You're on a path in the woods. A warning before you go.
If that's what you want, I guess.
Let's have a look at the mirror.
Walk up to the wall.
What are you talking about?
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
We should count ourselves lucky.
Okay.
Some things are better left. No blade this time. Blade. No blade. It doesn't matter.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase.
We need to get down there. She wants us to see.
Continue.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window.
I gave
her long hair billows around her.
And more than a little disappointing.
She's disappointed.
Kneel.
No.
But the words don't leave your mouth. Instead, your legs buckle and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met, nobody should have met her before then.
Then you shouldn't have trusted us. There was nothing we could do to stop her then, and there's nothing we can do to stop her now. He's being melodramatic, but yeah, we've been here before and she absolutely destroyed us. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? That's worrying. Whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
No, I won't tell you.
You will.
Oh.
Just do it already. It will feel so much better to do as she says.
Do you think holding shut your beak is enough to stop me from prying it open? Do you think your skull can save your thoughts from being seen?
I mean, I thought it could, yeah.
Can she do that? There's nothing she can't do.
Confused, meek, a chorus of submissive indecision. Is that why you came to me unarmed? It doesn't matter. All of it is easily brushed aside. And there it is. I am destined to end the world. Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
She's inevitable. There's nothing else for us to do but help her. Maybe she'll be nice to us.
No, I won't take part in this.
You poor deluded thing. Don't think you can muster up the strength to defy me now. You already submitted the moment you entered this temple without the will to end me.
What is she talking about? She's talking about your ridiculous decision to come down here unarmed.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Don't let her talk you into bowing down to her or whatever it is she thinks she can make you do. You can still go back and get the blade from upstairs. You can still stop her. But we're already here. And we already made our choice, and there are so many tall stairs between us and that altar. You're right about one thing. You already made your choice, and your choice was to defy her. I don't care how many stairs there are or how tall they are, you're going to turn around right now, take the blade, and save the damn world.
Even now your vessel twitches and trembles, consumed by conflict with yourself. But that part of you standing in hopeless defiance isn't the only thing resisting me, is it? There's something else in there. Someone else. A greasy film sheltering your heart.
No, that was just the fried chicken I had earlier.
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limit.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
No, this isn't right. I've been trying to tell you this whole time. It isn't about... We'll just... Not even he could refuse her in the end.
When I see you again, you'll free me from my chains and deliver me to the destiny that lies beyond this place.
Or will I now?
We will. I promise.
Okay, apparently, yeah, we will.
I know you will.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The apotheosis.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path... Oh, let me guess.
This is nice.
At the end of that path is a cabin. Excuse me? This is the third time we've been here, and this is hardly a path in the woods. It's all big and weird.
It is quite big and quite weird, but it's cool.
Another witness to her radiance. Her hour is soon upon us.
I'm here to keep him in check. I'm sick of prying fingers digging around in our head, and he's making it all too easy for them to get in.
This is bad.
Oh, is it now? I hadn't noticed. Do you need a primer, Mr. Amnesiac? No, I'm quite all right, but if all of you would take a moment to settle down, there's something important I'd like to get across to you before it's too late.
Is it about the princess? We already know all about the princess.
Not to be trusted, that one.
Indeed.
No, I mean, yes, it's about the princess, but whatever you think I'm going to say, it's probably not that.
Are you going to say that we need to slay her?
You're not to be trusted either.
Look, fine, just out with her already, yeah? But if I hear the words, "You're here to slay her," or "If you don't, it will be the end of the world," you'll have lost speaking privileges.
You two are just wasting your time. It's all going to end when we open that cabin door, which means it's already all over.
Okay, that nonsense he's going on about, that's what we need to talk about. You've been here before, obviously.
Yes, we have. That's what we're telling you.
So you have met us. Because boy, were you in denial about that last time. No, I haven't met you, but reality is clearly falling apart at the moment, and the only reason that would happen is if you knew things you weren't supposed to know. What the hell are you talking about? He's talking about those weird marble trees and how wrong everything looks.
I mean, those marble trees are very cool.
Yes, exactly. Whatever you did before gave her far too much power. So you've got to cut it out, get to that cabin and slay her before things get any more out of hand.
Okay.
We've built a new god, and she is limitless.
What are thoughts doing that? Make her small, make her small, make her small, make her small. Shit! What if I'm doing it wrong? What if I'm making her even stronger? Do you hear those two, with their runaway thoughts? I'm only giving you the sliver of information I'm giving you now because things are already deep in the shitter. This was my last card to play, and it looks like it's already made things worse. So hurry, cabin, now.
I could run away, or stay where I am. Run away!
But a great and horrible change is already underway. The ground quakes beneath your feet, and you feel an unyielding force pulling at you and your surroundings. The trees start to sway, then crumble, breaking apart as everything is drawn towards the cabin. Even the earth beneath you seems to shift, your feet unable to grip solid ground as you're dragged forward along with everything else.
Alright, I guess we're going to the cabin.
The end of everything. The beginning of something new. The moment we open that door, she will be free.
Stop believing everything you hear.
Oh, I can't
just
stop yawning, Susie.
Just have to think straight. Any, words of warning? You already know everything you need to know.
Alright then.
As you step forward, the cabin explodes.
Okay, I feel like that's not ideal.
You're flung backwards, violently slamming into a tree as debris rains down around you.
Oh, she big!
You watch in paralysed awe and terror as the princess emerges, her body unfurling from some vast space as she stands upright to face you. The world bows to her. The ruined landscape shifts, trees and stone and the ground itself succumbing to her gravity, orbiting her like a great black hole.
Finally, the little bird has set me free. This is always how it was going to end. And this is always how it was going to begin.
There's a loud thunk from the tree behind you as something embeds in its shattered bark. Your pristine blade. It's now or never.
Take it.
Yeah, screw all of this, I'm with you. A real god wouldn't need us as part of her plan.
You'll never make it to her.
And even if you do, what could you possibly hope to overcome?
You've got to try.
We'll do what we were always supposed to. We'll take this blade and we'll sink it into her heart. Look at the way everything's being flung around her. If we just throw ourselves in her direction... I don't know. Maybe it'll work, maybe none of this is
it's
real.
the best plan we've got, isn't it?
Maybe we can do whatever we want to do. With a forceful tug, you yank the blade out from the tree.
Yeah, now I'm King Arthur. Stab, 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 stab.
You close your eyes and take a deep breath, and for a moment you can feel everything around you, like you're a part of everything, and everything is a part of you. And then your eyes open, settling on your target. It's time.
Yeah, slay the princess.
You launch yourself towards the princess. You can feel her gravity envelop you, carrying you from the ground into the violent swirl of her orbit.
Villa, quick, what's 2 times 2? If you know everything, you should know the answer to that.
Even now you defy me. Do it then. Show me what you think it takes to end what's destined to end everything.
Yeah, do it. Show her.
End this.
Why do I feel so cold?
Because you're not wearing any clothes. Stop, stop, stop. You do not get the chance to slay her, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
No. Where did she go?
Ooh. Another achievement.
She's gone. Is this the end of the world? Did she end herself?
And there's that mirror again.
Why is it here? Why now? What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. This is what we all deserve. Can't even...
Punk. All oozy.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
I do have brilliant contours. She's not wrong there. What do you think of this vessel?
This one is dominance. A figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
Let's go.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
And I think that's where I'll leave it for tonight, because I keep yawning. And I think that's a sign that I should probably stop streaming and have an early night. So, let's see who's around for the raiding. Is anyone playing this? I like meeting new people who are playing the game that I was playing. Dum, dum, dum. Could go here. Mute. Ah. Let's go there and hope they're not just about to finish their stream. So, because I'm quite good at doing that. Na, na, na. No problem. Thank you for coming to my stream. Did I do it right, Villa? Not Villa, Frosty. Same difference. Cool, cool, cool. So, if you copy that raid message and paste it in when we get there, and I will see you over there. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you so much for the people who followed, and thank you for the bits. And thank you very much to Naysay for the raid, and I hope she's feeling better soon. I will be streaming tomorrow. I don't know what I'll be playing. I don't know if I'll keep playing this, trying to get all the achievements on stream, or if I'll do that off stream. I might find a new game to play, or see if we can play Sherlock, but I might be giving up on that because my PlayStation's just not having it in the moment. I don't know what to do. But until then, bye bye.